Proto-Armenian is an earlier, unattested stage of the Armenian language that has been reconstructed by linguists, as Armenian is the only known language of its branch of the Indo-European languages. The comparative method cannot be used to reconstruct earlier stages. Instead, a combination of internal reconstruction and external reconstruction, through reconstructions of Proto-Indo-European and other branches, has allowed linguists to piece together the earlier history of Armenian. Definition: because Proto-Armenian is not the common ancestor of several related languages, but of just a single language, there is no clear definition of the term. It is generally held to include a variety of ancestral stages of Armenian between the times of Proto-Indo-European up to the earliest attestations of Classical Armenian. Thus, it is not a proto-language in the strict sense, although the term Proto-Armenian has become common in the field regardless. The earliest testimony of Armenian dates to the 5th century. The earlier history of the language is unclear and the subject of much speculation. It is clear that Armenian is an Indo-European language, but its development is opaque. In any case, Armenian has many layers of loanwords and shows traces of long language contact with Hurro-Eurasian, Greek and Indo-Iranian development. The Proto-Armenian sound changes are varied and eccentric, and in many cases uncertain. For this reason, Armenian was not immediately recognized as an Indo-European branch in its own right, and was assumed to be simply a very eccentric member of the Iranian languages before Heinrich Hubschmann established its independent character in an 1874 publication. Proto-Indo-European voiceless stops are aspirated in Proto-Armenian, a circumstance that gave rise to an extended version of the glottalic theory, which postulates that this aspiration may have been subphonemic already in pi. In certain contexts, these aspirated stops are further reduced to wh0 in Armenian, e.g. pi asterisk podum foot and gt Armenian otn versus Greek poda pi trage 3 and gt Armenian eric versus Greek trice. The Armenians, according to Diakonov, are then an amalgam of the Hurons, Luvians and the Mishki. After arriving in its historical territory, Proto-Armenian would appear to have undergone massive influence on part the languages it eventually replaced. Armenian phonology, for instance, appears to have been greatly affected by Eurasian, which may suggest a long period of bilingualism. Diakonov and Grepin etymologize several Old Armenian words as having a possible Hurro-Eurasian origin. Agarak, field, from Huron-Awari, field. Alexan, slave girl, from Huron Alahen. Rkiw, eagle, from Eurasian Arsiba, a proper name with a presumed meaning of eagle. Art, field, from Huron Adi, town. Astam, to reveal one's ancestry. Ad Huron Asti, woman, wife. Kar, tree, from Eurasian se, garden. Kov, sea, from Eurasian su, sea. Cut, grain, from Huron Kade, barley. Max to tilde marks, pine, from Huron Mari, fir, juniper. Pelham, dig, excavate, from Eurasian pile, canal. Huron Pili. Sala tilde slaw, plum, from Huron asterisk esal or Eurasian asterisk saluri. San, kettle, from Eurasian sane, kettle, pot. Sur, sword, from Eurasian shore, sword. Huron sori, weapon, spear. Taumar spring water, from Huron taumani, spring. Ult, camel, from Huron ultu, camel. Zark saral, to destroy, from Eurasian ha-ha-s, to destroy. Xnjor, apple, from Huron hin suri, apple. Arnophone proposes additional borrowed words.